What's up, YouTube? Good morning. Saitama doing its thing, consolidating, getting ready to go absolutely insane. I believe we're around 150,000 holders, which is pretty nutty since we just hit 100K holders. I know a lot of people were doing predictions saying, hey, can we hit 100,000 holders by Halloween? Well, Halloween is tomorrow, so we definitely blew past that. Now, if you have been living under a rock, then you wouldn't know that the Saitama event's on November 13th, and we're getting another big exchange listing pretty soon. Now, here's the thing. I watched an Austin Hilton video yesterday, and he made a very good point that no one's talking about, but I gotta mention it here, but I'm gonna give him props for that. He said that, hey, we've been growing at such a crazy rate. He did the math. And by the time we get to the Saitama event, or maybe even before, we're going to be at 200,000 holders. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means that opens up the door for Binance and Coinbase for us, which is exciting news because that's where we want to be. Like, Binance gets like 4 times the volume than the next competitor. That is insane. So we want to be on Binance or Coinbase, preferably Coinbase for me. Because it's much easier to use. These other apps are so hard to use. I don't understand them. I need to spend more time on them. I transferred some of my Saitama into Bitmart just so I can have some diversification. And I don't even know what's going on in that app. I need to take the time to learn, but I'm not touching my Saitama anyways. But I wanted to diversify it and spread it out a little more so I feel comfortable having my Saitama. You know, because of all the wallet things going on with the scams and stuff like that, although I'm not the one to press any links, you just never know. And fall for any of those traps, you just never know. So I like to spread my money out in different accounts, and I suggest you do that too. The transfer fee for that is not that much. It's cheaper than exchanging something. So I would definitely diversify, get a couple of wallets in that way. And you know, Russ over here just making partnerships. Nothing real new on his feed, but he talks about, you know, right here, he made it back from amazing several days in California. He went back to Texas, wishing us all a good weekend. And he's going to be talking about the exchange listing, hopefully Sunday, but most likely Monday, which I think is going to gear us up for a nice pump this weekend. Well, it is Saturday, so I'm hoping that we get something going excuse me, today, because that would be nice to start the pump on the Saturday and have a good weekend. And you know how weekends are for crypto. It's just absolutely insane for us sometimes. We pretty much just go off. Russ out there, man, making it happen. So he's talking about UFC, Big Pharma, Visa, all these cool partnerships, and plus some like UAE, right? What is it? United Arab Emirates, something like that. Those kind of partnerships, which if you know about the UAE, man, it's a lot of big money right now. This is the development team, fully doxed, which we like that transparency. I wish more developers would do this because it just makes people feel comfortable in a world in which scams are just so adamant, right? But you know, it all depends where you get in on these coins. If you get in early and make a bunch of money, well, it's not really a scam. Look at that, 54,000. That's a nice bag. That is going to be worth something insane in a year from now. Happy for this guy. I wish I had that much. I got a good amount, but not that much. And we have our latte guy with 2 lattes today, double fisting. Look at those. Those are beautiful. I make lattes every morning, and I don't know how they do that, but mine will never look like that. I don't know if that's a croissant, but I mean, this guy needs some eggs or some protein. I'm always like appalled when he doesn't have like eggs or some source of protein. Maybe he eats it after, but yeah, double fisted, baby. Gotta get some eggs in there, man. Get some protein. Have a full breakfast right there, whole breakfast. So we got Mr. Latte Man. It's good to see that guy on the subreddit. And if you're not in Reddit, guys, like I always say, make sure you get on here because this is the best way to be a part of the community, I think. This and Twitter. Here are some of the rewards. If you guys don't know, just by holding Saitama, you get rewards. So pretty much you just get like interest on your total token count. And like every time there's a burn, like every time there's a transaction, 2% of it is burned. So the value of your tokens just go up regardless of the price going up. So that's pretty sweet. If you guys didn't know that. So they're called reflections. If you guys are ever wondering, like, you know, you want more detail on that, there's a guy called Saitama Stacker, and he is actually really good when it comes to explaining some of the nuances of Saitama and all the things about it, because his channel is dedicated to completely Saitama. Look at this, $8,896. That is a nice low bag. So good for that person. Man, all these transactions are going to be worth so much next year, guys. Absolutely insane. Let's see right here. As you excited to be a part of the community. Quick question: if there's Saitama coded for no whales, is there big pumps going to come from? Well, the big pumps, guys, come from adding so many holders. Like, we're not getting one huge transaction after one huge transaction. So those big pumps come from, all the people buying. So there are some whales in Saitama. I mean, not crazy amount of whales, but there are some whales in there. I've seen people with a lot of Ethereum, but when you look at the number of holders, like total number of holders of Saitama, you can't, I don't think whales can really manipulate this market so much, because every time there's a big sale, like, we just eat it up immediately. So it's not like other cryptocurrencies where they can just cut the price in half after one sale. It just doesn't happen. There needs to be a bunch of sales. Let's see, first billion in tokens. Awesome. Yeah, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.